Today we're going to be looking at another interesting fountain pen, which is called the Pilot Elite. Right, so I bought this off that famous auction site, and it costs roughly $20 US. So this pen, if you look at it, it reminds me of another pen which I have, which is the Elite, with the gold nib. Right, this particular pen, it's also called the Elite. However, the nib is in steel, gold plated, probably not actual gold, but some sort of gold plating. And as you can see, not sure whether you can actually see, it says Pilot in the nib. And the nib design is kind of like a half hooded, kind of like a Parker hooded style. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have any Parker pens. As you can see down here, it says Pilot Elite Extra Fine, and it has that traditional sticker which most of the Pilot pens come with, the old style ones anyway. Cap wise, it says Elite. This kind of some spring-loaded clips inside. It's probably like a spring clip, so that you can actually just kind of press and cap the pen like that. It is smooth, however, it's not as smooth as the gold nib pen, which I'll show you later on. The clip is interesting, so it is hinged in a way, so there's a little bit hinging or springing action down here, and the design of the clip, it's kind of slightly more bulbous compared to the other the gold nibbed pen. Finial wise, there's nothing here. There's a single gold ring down here, and there's the band which I mentioned. The other thing that's interesting about this pen is, as per the steel versions of the pen which I see like this, they always have this little hole that's kind of punctured into the plastic to kind of prevent it from being an eyedropper. I am not able to pull out the converter. The converter is a very tiny, it looks like a proprietary converter, which is one of those that you push on this area down here. It has a little sack down here, and it sucks up ink that way. I wasn't able to take out the converter, but someone else, if you have this pen, you can try and let me know. The back area of the pen is very light and it's very small. So before I do a kind of a writing sample, I guess what would be interesting would be to take a look at this pen, which is my the 14K Elite, and kind of look at the major differences. First of all, finial wise, at the bottom it's smooth. In terms of the design of this middle band, the one that I have, and bear in mind there are a lot of variations of the Elite pen, the 95S. Mine is kind of silverish down here, and my clip appears whiter in terms of the gold plating. On the top of the pen, the ring of the 95S is much thicker than the Elite. On the top, it looks pretty much the same, right, finial wise. The main difference would be the thickness of the pen. So this pen, it might not be so obvious, is the 14K pen is much thicker than the steel Elite, right? Kind of hard to kind of do this comparison because both of them are called the Elite. Just bear in mind as well the writing on the cap. The Elite, I mean the 14K version, has a much finer looking font. So continuing on what I was talking about, other differences would be the clip. So this is the 14K version. You notice that the clip has this, it kind of gently goes down to the end compared to, and it doesn't have much springiness. It's actually a very tight, actually it has a slight springiness. The steel-nibbed Elite has this little hump down here. And cap-wise, just by doing this, you can tell that the gold Elite, right, is actually, you know, way bigger, right, because you can actually do this. Nib-wise is where you'll get a big difference. So length of the pen is roughly the same, right? Trying to get that into the picture, but looking at the nibs, the gold nib, the 14K gold nib is exposed. It, you know, and it might be the same size underneath all the plastic down here, but very visible in terms of the difference. And of course, the gold one, you can actually put mine center band is loose. You can actually put a Con 40 down here. So enough of the comparisons. Let's do a little bit of writing. Just bring back my writing pad down here. And even though, I mean, it's too short to write like this, right? So even though it's an extra fine, if you saw my other video for the pig, this one actually writes probably like a typical fine, right? So this is the Pilot Elite with the steel nib, can't spell, and it's an extra fine. I have a Waterman Mysterious Blue in it. So in terms of the line width, it does have a little bit of line variation, right? Reasonably wet. You know, I haven't used this pen for a while, and it kind of wrote just like that. So you can see there's actually a tiny bit of line variation. So in terms of smoothness, it is relatively smooth, right? It's kind of like a Pilot feeling nib. However, I haven't done an actual review of my 95S yet, but when I use the 95S, this is actually the Pilot 95S Elite. This nib is significantly smoother. Can't spell. Right, so it's very soft. At least my copy is, because I bought this secondhand. So I mean, it might not have that line variation from the steel one as well, right? But writing wise, I kind of like this just because it's thicker as well, but we'll talk about this pen another day. So just kind of sum up my thoughts of this pen, which is the steel Pilot Elite. Do I like it? I think it's a very nice pen. It's an interesting pen. It's not the smallest pen, so basically bringing back my Pilot M200, sorry, my Pelican M200. Been doing too many Pilot reviews. It's just slightly shorter than the M200. So it's not exactly a pocket pen, something that you can slip into your, like a jeans pocket. However, I like this type of pen, right? Because you can actually just put it in your hand. It just feels nice to me, this action of capping and uncapping. So would I buy this pen again, right? If I lost this pen, would I buy it again? I guess I probably would, right? If I was in the market for this style of classic looking small pen. So that concludes my quick look at the Pilot Elite, the steel version. If you have any questions or any comments, or if you know more about this pen that you can contribute to my knowledge, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Thanks very much. Bye.